I'm Heather Vale with Performance Marketing Insider, and I'm with Ted Dhanik from Engage BDR. Hey Ted, how are you?
Hey Heather, how are you?
Good. So what's new with Engage BDR? We're here at AdTech. Obviously, it's new to be standing side by side because we haven't done that for a few months. But besides that, what's new with the company?
It's been a while. I got LASIK.
You did?
Yeah, Sydney.
That's awesome.
Sydney wanted me to mention that, so I got that.
Okay, are we giving a plug to a particular doctor or anything?
Not yet. Yeah, we're working on a deal right now. Just kidding.
Okay.
A rebate. No, just kidding. What's new? So yeah, we got a lot of really interesting stuff going on. We're becoming a very, very significant player in video today. So we're hoping to be listed on ComScore with top 10. Within the top 10 very soon. We're entering the video panel very, very soon. It should be maybe within the next 30 to 60 days. So that's exciting. We're selling a lot of native advertising today on a CPC. That's been great, and it's been performing really well for our advertisers. So it's CPC, not display, but native. So it's the kind of stuff that people are used to buying Taboola and ClickBooth ads and things like that. So that's been exciting. And as far as on a tech side, we've integrated some fraud detection technology into the ad serving and the buy side and sell side platforms. So now publishers have the ability to get fraud scores at a sub ID level. And that's exciting because they could see that the audience development partners that they're buying traffic from, who's generating fraud and who's not. They can cut out the guys that are generating fraud and kick them out. We have some malware detection technology that enables us multiple layers to find the malware quickly and stop it at its source. So that's been very progressive as far as the development of it and some of the exciting announcements that we're making over the next couple weeks as it relates to that too. So that's what's new.
Okay, so explain to us the difference between native and display and why someone would choose native advertising over display.
Sure. So native advertising it kind of looks like the content on the site. It's not display because in display it's pretty well differentiated. You see, a 300 by 250 or 728 by 90 ad, and those are standard IAB units. And they look like ads, and a lot of times they say advertising next to them or under them or within them. The native advertising placements are generally tiles, and you have content that's in tiles next to them. So a lot of times the users are not necessarily familiar that the ad is an ad. They may think it's a piece of content. And where this comes from, okay, so that clicks really well. It performs really, really well because the user doesn't know that they're clicking on an ad all the time. The great thing about this is that the native ad is it's an ad that not only drives to advertising sometimes, meaning clicking to an ad, it also drives to other websites. So a lot of publishers are buying native ads to drive traffic to their sites and what we call audience development campaigns.
Okay, so when a user clicks on a native ad, don't they kind of feel like, oh, I was duped, and then they might not be so willing to follow through with the offer?
I believe that may sometimes be the case, but I don't think that it is such a big deal at this point because it's providing a lot of relevant content. So there's companies out there that are focused on delivering content that is appropriate to the user, not just content, but ads. So it's like behavioral targeting for ads, but it's behavioral targeting for content. So it's like, hey, I'm a user, I clicked on sports articles, I clicked on articles that are related to ISIS or whatever it is. Now I'm categorized in certain areas and I'm going to see other content and other, maybe for other sites or whatever that are being delivered in those tiles that are relevant or similar. So it's like curating content and ads. So it's really great and progressive. I'm a big fan of it.
Okay, cool. Now, as far as the video advertising, if someone wants to get into video advertising, what kind of production do they have to put behind that?
So as it relates to performance marketers, you need to build a video creative or license a piece of content or find something that already exists that, that they can, you have the rights to. Don't steal it. Cut it up, in 15s and 30s, and if it's relevant for your campaign, you could buy video advertising, which clicks at an average of north of 2%. Drive that through your funnel, and your effective cost per click could be a lot lower than some of the other channels. But that in addition to that, the conversion rate will be higher because you have the ability to get in front of them for 30 seconds or 15 seconds and get your pitch down. So it's kind of like infomercials on television. They do so well because you're watching the whole thing, and there's a phone number, or you could drive calls with video as well, in addition to driving the conversion through the funnel. So it's pretty great. We've been doing it for about 2-3 years in direct response, and it's done well. Most of our video business today is branded video business. It's a huge world, and we're excited for it. It's taking over.
Okay, so as far as conversions, if we're going to compare video, display, and native advertising, where does it kind of spread out there?
It just depends on the campaign. So, there are campaigns that work really well for native. Native can be a lower barrier to entry, meaning you can buy clicks pretty inexpensive prices. You don't necessarily need to have big budgets. You can buy it on cost per clicks, and there's a lot of self-serves that sell them. So the barrier to entry is pretty low for testing. So you could just start with a couple $100 and see if some campaigns work on there. We know a lot of folks that are just starting out in the space. They start out native, and it's pretty easy for them. Now, as far as video definitely costs more money because there's some production involved. But in addition to that, the CPMs are much higher. So good quality video CPMs are north of $10. So it costs a lot, and there are minimums involved with video because there's so much demand. Now, video has more demand than any channel or of media online today. There's so much demand for video that it's insatiable. There's not enough inventory. It's an inventory constrained environment. So it's always a good place for people that have video inventory. We're teaching publishers that have websites that have traffic to be video publishers. It's pretty easy. So that's one of the things that we offer as a video as an ad serving solution, in addition to a monetization component for publishers that work with us. So yeah, there's two sides to it. You have the supply and the demand side. On the advertising side, it's a great fit if you know what you're doing and you're experienced. Video would be great. If you're a publisher, get into video. We can help you get in there. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, so.
Okay, cool. So if someone wants to ask more questions, maybe figure out which path is best for them, or just sign up with you guys, how do they go about that?
Sure, they can email me directly. It's ted@engagebdr.com, or visit our website, engagebdr.com, and it'll have some information about video publishing and advertising as well. We have a buy side platform that has video integrated in there already. So you can inquire, you could reach out to us on the website, inquire about our buy side platform. We have some supply side integrations that include video publishers, so you can buy video pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll directly from our sell side as well, buy side as well. So.
Okay, nice. All right, thanks so much, Ted.
Thank you.